I don't see anybody. Anybody on this video?
Anyone's there?
I don't see anybody there. Wait, there's one person right there. No, it's a person that was a speck on the lens. I don't think you have anybody watching today.
They're not coming.
No, I don't think they're coming.
I thought they were going to come and sew.
Well, you can sew with me. No, maybe not.
I'm so excited because we're going to start sewing together every day. Yeah. Hi everybody. Welcome to Quarter Inch Seam. I'm Angela. And you are in my sewing room. Okay. It's turning itself into a crazy busy weekend. So I didn't get back in here the other day this is 12. Day 12. Okay. I didn't get back in here the other day to get the rest of this sewn together. So today, then we had this weird storm last night, and I was tired, and I think Steve might be getting sick. I hope not. But I think the flu or something is going around because it's either that or it's his allergies. It's his sinuses because of all the pollen and the wind, and it's just been really windy here. Anyway, so I didn't get back in here. Have I cleaned the sewing room? Have you met me? No, I have not cleaned the sewing room. Have I cleaned my office? No. Ironing? It's okay, because it's all going to get done. It'll all get done before I die. It's all going to get done. It will. And it's okay. And so I thought, well, I'll try and get this sewn before I turn the camera on, so that then you won't have to watch. And I thought, why? You can watch me sew. Can you watch me sew strips together? So we're working on the Project Linus blanket. Now this is going to be a quilt. Okay. I understand the difference between getting a little. I'm going to throw this out there. Okay, I'm just going to throw it out. Get your mitt ready, because I'm going to throw this. I know the difference between a blanket and a quilt. This is going to be a quilt. I'm also working on some blankets. I know there's a difference. Please don't come for me. And every once in a while, I'm going to make a mistake and call a quilt a blanket and a blanket a quilt. It's okay. If it sets your ears on fire, just mute real quick when I do that. Yeah, then you won't hear it. I'm just kidding. Nobody. We haven't. I've gotten a couple of comments because I've used the word interchangeably, inadvertently, and anyway, is what it is. I am what I am. Okay. So I think we're gonna go one more on this one, and then see if we have enough to be able to cut this and put it together. We're doing this. Dear sweet Betsy sent this to me for Project Linus volunteers. I've created instructions for a hidden 4-patch baby quilt, and so a finished size is 36 by 39, and so we're going to give it a whirl. And what Betty had said, what got me thinking was, Betsy said she was on our Sunday Live last week, and she did her very first Now, she's been sewing for 50 years. But she did her very first jelly roll race quilt. Or jelly roll race quilt. Whatever. That's what I just said. Anyway, she did that with us last Sunday, and then she thought she got a really great idea, and she's turning her jelly roll race quilt top into this thing for Project Linus. And so it got me thinking, and I have heard of Project Linus, and I had actually signed up. Oh my God, my hair's so long. God. I had signed up to volunteer with them a few years ago, and I just never, I just didn't have the time to actually get stuff done. So now, because I'm sewing with you guys every day, now we'll get some stuff done. So, maybe what we'll do, tell me in the comments what you think. Other than the occasional piece that I'll keep for here, maybe we'll donate the stuff that we make this month, I mean blanket-wise, to Project Linus. Or if we have really unique, smaller sized stuff for little ones, maybe we'll do that. Oh no, I'm giving it to my granddaughter, never mind. Okay, so, if you haven't heard of Project Linus, I talked about it on yesterday's video. Go Google Project Linus. If you like to sew blankets, if you like to crochet or knit, or if you like to do that fleecy stuff where there's no sew, you just tie the all around the ends. Whatever floats your boat. If you just feel compelled to make something for a child who might need it, Project Linus does. This isn't an ad for Project Linus. I'm not an official volunteer or representative or anything like that. But sorry. Kids have a special place in my heart, especially when they have been, when they've been sick, when they've been abused, when they've been in situations where they had to get moved around, or were removed from a home. Don't get me started on kids who've been abused. Don't get me started. There's a special place, where, for people who do that to children. Anyway, and so I think it's a fantastic organization. Does it cure everything in the world? No. Does it give a little kid, a little child, something, or even a bigger child? I guess they do it up to 18. Something that's theirs, that might give them a little bit of comfort and a little bit of peace. That's all it does. And that's a lot. Okay. Anyway, so we're going to sew this together. So it's almost like we're doing. So what made me think of it was I had this fabric from this project that I had started a ways back that I never finished. Because I don't know, I lost the vision of where it was going. I wasn't sure I totally liked it, which was kind of dumb, because it actually was cute. Anyway, and this doesn't feel like it was a full jelly roll. If it was a full jelly roll, I don't know where I put the rest of it, because I know I didn't have like 40 strips here. But anyway, so I pulled out the rest of the strips, the piece that I made, which is this one. And we're just going to finish it up and try and cut it up and do it like this pattern that Betsy sent me. So see, it's this adorable pattern, and it was by Riley Blake Designs. It's a mermaid line. I don't know the name of it. But it's got little pictures of mermaids and seahorses and like seagrassy type, very tropical, Hawaiian-y looking seagrass, stuff. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to work on that today. We're probably not going to finish it today, because don't let's be crazy. Finish it in a day, please. But the other reason we're probably not going to finish it today is I have to go to the store. Actually, I have to run a couple of errands. We went out today. Have you ever done this? Like, he got a whole plan of stuff. Okay, we're gonna go here, we're gonna go there, we're gonna go here, we're gonna go there. We get in the car, and literally, Steve looks at me, I look at Steve, and he goes, okay, so where are we going? So I started rattling off all this stuff again, and he said, okay, let's go to Rural King, and then see how it goes. And boy, am I glad we did that. Because in the end, neither one of us was really up for a day of flouncing all over town, going to different stores, and it's Saturday. Everybody is out. Rural King was freaking packed. It was packed. There were no carts. Nobody was getting carts from the parking lot. There were a lot of screaming kids. There were just a lot of people in the store. And it was, quite honestly, overwhelming. Like, we went... Sometimes you're in the mood for something like that, you know? Sometimes you're in the mood for just kind of walking around, looking at stuff, seeing what else you need. Today, we just were not in the mood. We just weren't. So, we did that. We get back in the car, and Steve says, I just want to go home. And that's what we did. Came home. We stopped and got, okay, don't tell anybody, okay? Promise? Promise? Don't tell. We got Taco Bell. Now, I know. But it's better than McDonald's. Well, it's marginally better than McDonald's, but it tasted good. It was good. It hit the spot. And I didn't feel like cooking lunch. So that's what we did. We had Taco Bell. What are you going to do? It is what it is, right? It is what it is. Now, almost done here again. I think maybe one more. Yeah, we gotta go one more. So anyway, this is going to be cute. It'll be a little 4-patchy quilty type thing. It'll be cute for a little girl. And then, somewhere I have... Sorry, I hope it's not too loud. Somewhere I have some more... I had done a... Oh, and here's the other thing that's interesting. So this pattern, this jelly roll, or micro roll, whatever, jelly donut, I'm just kidding. Anyway, the pieces, some of the pieces I had already cut for this other project, so the stagger is really good. Like, the stagger is better than it was on the jelly roll race quilt top that I did, that I'm gonna finish in 2030 for my couch. Because it didn't stagger very much. Come on. Okay. So what are you doing today? Oh. Yeah. So afterwards I have to go back to the store. Because there was other stuff that I needed to get. But they're errands type go to the store. You know what I mean? It's not like fun stuff. And so the advantage is that Steve he's got some yard stuff. He's in a battle right now in the front yard. He's in a battle with the crabgrass. And when I say he's in a battle, he would take a flamethrower to the crabgrass spots. I would just have these little tiny fires sprouted all over my yard if I let him. He just hates it. He hates it. And so he is in a, and so we bought this. We did, he's big into the yard, the lawn, big. So we did this, and it was time to do, it was beginning of spring, and so it was time to do the weed thing, and there's pre-emergent, post-emergent, if you know anything about grasses. I don't know what any of the, I don't know what those words mean. I don't know what they do. Pre-emergent, post-emergent, then there's fertilizers, then you're supposed to put down, nitrogen and oxygen and all this other, honestly. And I tell you what, in the conversation, try my darndest to keep up with all of these different terms and what we're supposed to be doing and what the schedule is. It's a lot. Anyway, so he has that to work on today. Okay, so now let's see what size he's. See how high this stack of stuff is getting? Okay, so we need a couple pieces that are, we need 4, we're supposed to have 4 coordinating fat quarters. So, 18 by 22. What else do I have to go with this? I've got this. I think this is a fat quarter. This is big. No, this is like a half a yard. So, I'm not crazy about it with it. But likewise, I don't want to spend the afternoon looking for more fat quarters. I will say this. Taco Bell. It's the after effects that are just not all that great. I don't know. Sorry. Too much information. Okay, an idea is forming in my head. Okay, so let's see. This is 22. Let's see if it's 22. Okay, it's better than 22. So we could cut this. Actually, okay, hold on, let me read this. Join the large blocks. Place the 2 rectangles right sides together, lining the seam. Sew them together along the short side to form one large block, approximately 36 by 39. So that's the length that we're looking for. 36. So this is I should get 36. I gotta put the other one on here though, because I don't think this is gonna be big enough. 23. What's 23 from 30? 39. It's going to be 39 side. So 39 minus, what did I say? 23. 16. Pause. 23 and 16 is 39. 26. 20. Okay. Listen, I didn't finish college, but when I went to college, I was an English major. So keep your opinions. Okay, so we've got to put the other one on here, and then this needs to be, what did I say? 36. So it's got to be 36. Which means if we fold it in half and it's 18, which it's not going to be, I'll tell you right now. Okay, so now let's put I need 16 more on this side. Let's see, what are you? What did we say? And you know what? I don't know why sometimes I feel like, oh, I gotta rush. I gotta rush while I'm doing this with you guys. I don't have to rush. It's like you stopped by, pulled up a chair, and I'm sewing. And we're just gonna chit chat. So I don't have to, like, God, sometimes I feel like I gotta rush so I can get it back on the sewing machine. Okay, I need 1, 2, 3. 18, 36. I need 3 more inches. Over here. And then I don't think that's going to work. So here's the question. What if it were 36 by 36? Can I manage that? So it'd be easier to go over here, but I'm not even close to 36 this way, am I? Oh, it's a lot of math. Okay. Do I want, I'm trying to figure out how, you see what I'm saying? Like oh, look! I found more strips! I found more strips over here. If only I could find a couple of checks in here. That'd be good, huh? Okay, I think our problem might be solved. Okay, so I need I think if I do one more strip over here, if I do like one more strip on each side, right? Then where will I be? If I add, take off a 1/4 inch, if I add 2, isn't it funny how that works out? Let me tell you how funny it is how it works out. This strip now, I'm measuring it, is 2, just a little over 2, with the pinked edge, just over 2 inches. Not quite 2 1/4. It's not. It's like 2 1/8. But when I only got a 1/4 inch seam, and when I hold it down below, this doesn't make any sense. Of course, I didn't iron it. Okay, this is one of those things where your brain sees a squirrel. Okay, so if I do another 2 inches on each side, if I do 1 on each side, right, then we will be at what? Actually, we could probably get away. I could probably get away with just 1. I think I might need the other one. Okay, we're going to add 1 strip along the length, and then that will be, it'll be 36 inches this way. And then where will we be for the bottom? We will be not at 39. So 39 should be, let's just call it a little shy of 19. It's going to be 19. I'm worried. So I don't know how that works out, but that's how it worked out. So that's what we're going to go with. And let's just see. Is this long enough? Wow, this is just coming together. Okay, and then I'm going to tell you something. I want to tell you something else. I want to tell you a little story. Not a story. I was thinking about this a while back when I was working on a quilt for somebody. And I was thinking to myself, you know, the thing about it is, and I think that if you went back and, like, I don't know if you guys have read any of Jennifer I'm gonna butcher her name, and I know her name, but I don't have it in front of me, so I don't know how to, I can't spell, I can't pronounce it correctly. Jennifer Chiavini. She does all the books about the quilting books, right? It's a fantastic series. I love it. I totally love it. I haven't read or listened to one in a while, and it really bums me out because now I'm trying to remember like where I was in the series, and but it's a fantastic series. And when they actually get to quilting the quilts that they do, they a lot of times they are, they'll be hand quilting it and it's set up on the big frame, and they'll talk about, the story is told from different people's perspectives throughout the book, and they'll talk about what they're thinking about, as they're doing the quilt, or, they know that this quilt is for a specific person. And so they'll talk about, this quilt, it's sitting here sewing, this is reminding me of blah, blah, blah. And I think about that a lot when I sew, whether it's sewing a quilt or doing something else or sewing a blanket or whatever. And, the only problem with adding this other piece on, you know what I think I'm going to do with this? I think I'm going to sew it in half, put some batting in between, and make this a placemat for Minnie. If you don't know about Minnie's placemats, you're going to have to go back a couple of days. Minnie eats her kibble off of a placemat on our bed in the morning watching dog TV. Save your comments. Okay, so let's just, I think we're going to go with this. This would be a good size for a little child. So this is the size we're going to go with. I don't know exactly what it is, but I don't have any more of these strips, and it just dawned on me that if I try and put that thing on here, it's not going to be right, because that's sewn almost like a, the strips are all going different ways, so we're not going to do that. I think that will look way too haphazard, and I don't want that. Okay, so let's see what the next step is. Probably ironing. Let's iron. Would you like to iron? Oh. You want to iron with me? I'm almost done snipping out the... Did I just put that right in front of the camera? Oh, sorry. Sorry, pardon me, excuse me. I'm almost done with this, so it can be washed tonight so you guys can see it. It's over there. Let's give this a bit of an iron, just so we can cut it and then fold it up and cut it. Okay, here's what it says. Join the large blocks together. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. press anything. Lay the quilt top flat with the longer side running horizontally. So cross out. Fold the top half down, then fold the right side over the left side, and you should now have visible seams on the top and right sides. Okay. Well, this is going to be a little bit of a pain. I'll come up here. Hi. We're going to give this a decent press. It's not going to be the best press because I probably should have ironed some of it beforehand. So I think we're going to go this way. Start here. It really didn't make any difference at all, did it? Nope. Not at all. I will say this, and I mentioned it the other day, this Riley Blake fabric, it's fantastic quality. I mean, you can just feel how nice, what nice cotton it is. It's really nice. Okay. Now let's do over here, I think. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. I was looking at the wrong seam side, and we gotta redo this. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this as a big ironing board, and I'm gonna tidy this up. I'm gonna re-sew a couple of these seams, and then I'm going to make sure I'm really clear on how to cut and blah 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 this, and then tomorrow I'll make an announcement, but I'm probably going to go live tomorrow for a little bit, and we'll try and wrap this up. We'll try and sew this up and wrap it up and have it be good to go. And I'm going to show you the butterfly rag quilt. How exciting! It's done. It's very cute. A lot of you have commented on that. I'm really pleased with it. I think it came out really, really cute. It came out, you know, when something comes out the way you have it in your head. That's what I like. So leave a comment in the comments below about what you're working on and what are you going to tidy up. What are you going to finish up this weekend? I'll be lucky if I can tidy up this room or half of this room. But maybe I'll just go sit on the couch and watch the golf with Steve and Minnie. Maybe I'll just do that. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. This was day 12. Day 12. I love you. Have a great evening. And remember, only a 1/4 inch seam, please. But at least a 1/4 inch seam. Unlike this, where I missed the seam. Love you guys. Bye. Have a good evening.